Everybody is looking for meaning. Wake up, coffee, work, dinner, maybe a movie, sleep, repeat. It was a comfortable life. Yet something gnawed at him. A question whispered in the quiet corners of his mind. Is this all there is? His name was John, and he was a successful accountant. Numbers were his friends, predictable and constant. But life was a chaotic equation he couldn't quite solve. He yearned for something more, a sense of purpose beyond balancing spreadsheets. He wanted meaning. One day he stumbled upon an old book in a dusty corner of a used bookstore. Its title intrigued him, Finding Your Path, A Journey of Self-Discovery. He chuckled, picturing himself, a man of spreadsheets, on some grand adventure. Still, he bought the book. What did he have to lose? That night, curled up in his favorite armchair, John delved into the book. The words resonated with him, sparking a flicker of hope in his chest. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, the book proclaimed. Maybe, just maybe, it was time for John to take that step. John decided to start small. He would volunteer at the local soup kitchen. He imagined himself ladling out soup, a beacon of hope to the less fortunate. His first day, however, proved to be a humbling experience. He tripped, sending a cascade of mashed potatoes across the room. So much for hope, he mumbled, cheeks burning with embarrassment. Yet as he cleaned up the mess, he found himself laughing alongside the other volunteers. They didn't care about his clumsiness. They welcomed him, flaws and all. For the first time in years, John felt a sense of belonging. He continued volunteering week after week. He listened to the stories of the people he served, their struggles and triumphs. He realized that life wasn't about avoiding hardship, it was about facing it head-on, with compassion and empathy. His perspective began to shift. One evening, a kind-faced woman named Sarah, a regular at the soup kitchen, approached John. "You know," she said, her eyes twinkling, "you're not half bad at this whole compassion thing. Ever considered working with kids?" Sarah's suggestion took root in John's mind. Kids? Him? He barely knew how to have a conversation with someone under the age of 40. Yet, the more he thought about it, the more appealing the idea became. He had always enjoyed his nephews and nieces. Maybe working with children could be his path to meaning. He quit his accounting job. His family and friends thought he'd gone mad. "You're giving up a stable career for what? Finger painting and nap time?" his brother scoffed. Doubt gnawed at John. Had he made a colossal mistake? He found a job as a teacher's aide at a local elementary school. The first few weeks were a whirlwind of chaos. He was surrounded by boundless energy, sticky fingers, and a constant chorus of "Mr. John, Mr. John." He felt overwhelmed, lost in a desert of doubt. One particularly frustrating afternoon, a little girl named Lily approached him. She was painfully shy, her voice barely a whisper. "Mr. John," she said, clutching a drawing in her tiny hand. "I made this for you." It was a picture of a stick figure, beaming proudly next to a larger, clumsier stick figure. "That's you," Lily whispered, helping me learn. Lily's drawing, though simple, struck a chord within John. He realized that his presence, his willingness to learn and grow alongside these children, mattered. He wasn't just teaching them their ABCs and 123s. He was helping to shape their minds, nurturing their curiosity, and showing them the power of kindness. As the days turned into weeks, John found his rhythm. He discovered a knack for explaining complex concepts in simple terms, for calming tantrums with a gentle touch and a silly song. He realized that within him, beneath the layers of routine and self-doubt, resided a wellspring of patience and compassion he never knew existed. He was finding his purpose, his meaning, one sticky hug and gap-toothed grin at a time. The children, in turn, responded to his genuine care. They challenged him, made him laugh, and reminded him of the simple joys in life. He wasn't just Mr. John, the teacher's aide. He was Mr. John, the storyteller, the confidant, the human jungle gym. One sunny afternoon, while supervising recess, John glanced up at the sky. It was the same sky he had always known, yet it seemed different now. Brighter, more expansive. He realized that he too had changed. He was no longer the same man who had walked into that dusty bookstore, desperate for a sign. He had weathered the storms of self-doubt, traversed the desert of uncertainty, and emerged stronger, more resilient, and infinitely more fulfilled. The journey, he realized, had just begun.